Ever crave something so strange it makes you question reality? Hold on tight, because we're about to enter a world where absolutely anything that crawls, swims, or slithers ends up on the plate.
How is it?
Definitely good.
Good?
It's like chips. It's really good. Wanna try one?
From bat fry to snake soup, these bizarre Chinese dishes might just leave you speechless or begging for seconds. Ready for a culinary thrill ride? Let's dive into the most shocking foods China has to offer. First up, snake soup, a dish so iconic in parts of China that locals rave. It warms the body during the chilly winter months. And how exactly do you prepare snake soup, you might wonder? Well, it starts with your friendly neighborhood snake, which is skinned, shredded into slivers, and tossed into a pot alongside chicken pork on the bonefish maw, black fungus, ginger star anise, and sometimes lemon leaves. The resulting brew simmers into a hearty, savory soup. Some folks insist it tastes like chicken. Apparently everything does, while others say it has a slightly chewier bite. Either way, it's considered gourmet in certain regions. You've probably heard of hamburgers, turkey burgers, maybe even ostrich burgers. But in China, there's a popular street food sandwich called donkey burger, LV Ru Huo Xiao in Mandarin. The donkey meat is braised with a variety of spices until it's super tender, then stuffed into a crispy pocket of bread. Locals often say, in heaven there is dragon meat, on earth there is donkey meat. The flavor is slightly sweet, lean, and super succulent. It's actually a beloved specialty in places like Hebei province. Definitely worth a try if you're looking for something that stands out from the usual burger routine. Ever enjoy a cozy hot pot meal with friends? Thinly sliced meats, fresh vegetables, noodles, all bubbling away in a communal pot of savory broth? Well, get ready for a twist. Pig brains are a popular hot pot addition in some regions. Yes, you heard right. A nice, jiggly, creamy chunk of pig brain, which is said to be incredibly soft and velvety once cooked. If you can get past the idea, many Chinese diners find it absolutely delicious, but it's definitely not for everyone. Would you be adventurous enough to plop a scoop of pig brains into your next bowl of hot pot? Let me know if your taste buds are that brave. No list of Chinese delicacies would be complete without mentioning the infamous scorpion on a stick. If you're strolling through a bustling Chinese night market, you might see these crunchy critters still wriggling on skewers. Don't worry, they usually fry them alive so quickly they stop wriggling fast. Vendors might season them with salt chili, or whatever secret spice mix they have up their sleeves. Despite the initial heebie-jeebies, adventurous eaters claim scorpions are surprisingly tasty, crunchy, a bit salty, maybe a little nutty, almost like a mini crispy potato chip with claws.
How is it?
Definitely good.
Good?
It's like chips. It's really good. Wanna try one?
Still not convinced? At least it's got 78% protein, so you can justify your scorpion snack as health food. What do you get when you cross a reptile with a barbecue grill? You get crocodile skewers. Yes, you heard that right. In Shenyang night markets and other parts of China, you might find entire crocodiles sprawled out, charred and sliced into bite-sized chunks for eager foodies. They're rumored to be lean high in protein and a decent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Want a new culinary twist for your next backyard cookout? Try a croc burger. Just watch out for those jaws if it's not entirely, deceased. Kidding. These guys are typically thoroughly processed before hitting the grill. Would you be bold enough to sink your teeth into a toothy predator? This one is not for the faint of heart. Live octopus is enjoyed in certain parts of China and neighboring Korea. Chefs slice up the octopus, and the tentacles might still be squirming on your plate. The sticky suction cups can cling to your mouth, which makes chewing a literal life-or-death exercise. There have been cases of choking. The taste is apparently quite fresh and briny, but if the idea of your lunch fighting back doesn't sit well with you, you might want to pass. Then again, it's definitely an unforgettable story. Hey, remember that time we ate an octopus that was still waving hello? Especially the big hairy tarantula kind aren't exclusive to China. Cambodia is also known for them. But trust me, you can find them here too. Street vendors in certain Chinese markets will fry them up, stick them on skewers, and sell them in multiples. The experience is described as crunchy on the outside, gooey on the inside, sort of like a giant scorpion minus the stinger. And no, you probably won't gain spidey powers from eating them, though that might be a neat perk. If you're braver than I am, be my guest. But I have a question. Would you rather eat a scorpion or a spider? Let me know which multi-legged friend you'd pick if you absolutely had to choose one. The whole lamb head is a delicacy in northern China, especially popular in Xinjiang. Folks might steam it, boil it, or roast it, then peel off the meat piece by piece. Some connoisseurs say the cheek meat is the tastiest part, and the eyeballs are considered an honor to eat. In the north, they usually keep seasoning minimal, so the flavor of the lamb can shine through, while southerners go all out with spices and sauces to mask the gamey taste. Whether you prefer it simple or spicy, seeing an entire lamb's face staring back at you can be an unforgettable experience, or a nightmare waiting to happen. Recently, and quite controversially, images of bat soup or fried bat have circulated online, linking them to potential virus transmissions. Although that's a complicated topic with plenty of debate, it's true that some regions in China have historically consumed bat as a novelty or curiosity. Typically, they roast the bat or toss the bits into a soup or stir-fry. Adventurous foodies might claim it tastes like gamey chicken. Again, everything apparently does. But is it safe? That's a question for the medical professionals and culinary daredevils out there. As for me, I'll let you decide if you dare to take a bite of bat wings. If you think scorpions and spiders are enough bug protein for one day, think again. The Chinese appetite for insects extends far and wide. From grasshoppers to bamboo worms, silkworm pupae to wasps, there's a crunchy bug for everyone. Some are fried with chili, others get dipped in chocolate, and a few might be boiled into soups. They're protein-packed, eco-friendly, and might just be the future of sustainable eating. Or if you're squeamish, they're the future of your nightmares. Take your pick. Either way, these crawling critters have a 2,000-year history in Chinese cuisine, so maybe they're onto something. Would you give it a go? From the realm of crunchy things to a slightly slimy territory, century eggs, also known as thousand-year eggs, are a beloved staple in parts of China. These eggs, often duck or chicken, are preserved in a mixture of clay ash and salt for weeks or months. The result is a translucent dark green white and a creamy dark gray yolk. The smell can be pungent, and the flavor is a unique salty tang that's definitely an acquired taste, but they pair wonderfully with congee, rice porridge. If you can get over the startling color, you might find yourself joining the fans who say they're absolutely delicious. If there's one Chinese street food that'll assault your nostrils before you even see it, it's stinky tofu. True to its name, this fermented tofu has a powerful odor often compared to rotting garbage or extremely pungent cheese. Vendors deep fry or stew it, then top it with chili sauce or pickled vegetables. The taste can be surprisingly mild compared to the smell, but the moment that funk wafts into your nose, your eyes might start watering. Stinky tofu is popular in Taiwan as well, but many visitors who aren't used to the smell flee at first whiff. Dare you approach the tofu stand for a bite? Although more famously associated with the Philippines, balut, a developing duck embryo boiled in the shell, is also consumed in some regions of China. Hard to watch, harder to eat, for some. Balut lovers say the best part is sipping the broth-like liquid before tackling the half-formed duck. For Westerners, it's a stomach turner, but in many Asian cultures, it's an ordinary snack, a source of protein, and sometimes believed to enhance vitality. If you're up for the challenge, crack one open and try not to think about the tiny feathers or beak inside. Yum. Ever heard of bugs are the new sushi? Well, silkworm pupae might fit that description. In China, these little pods are fried, boiled, or even braised. They have a slightly nutty flavor, and vendors might drizzle them with soy sauce, chili, or vinegar. Historically, silkworms were revered for creating that luxurious silk thread, but now they're also din-din. Some say they have a creamy center once you bite through the crispy exterior. Intrigued? Or maybe just repulsed? Either way, silkworm pupae are a common sight in street markets, so if you're feeling adventurous, go ahead and pop a few in your mouth. If you dare. Swinging from bugs to birds next, we have bird's nest soup, also known as bird saliva soup. Made from the nest of a swiftlet bird which constructs its home primarily with its gummy saliva. This soup is considered a luxurious delicacy, often boasting high prices. Traditional Chinese medicine hails it for helping maintain youthful looks and strong health. The texture is gelatinous, kind of like a watery jelly with a subtle flavor. Most of the taste actually comes from the sweet or savory broth added to it. If you can get over the fact that you're sipping on avian spit, you might discover why people spend a fortune on this delicacy. Could these adorable marine creatures get any cuter? Well, apparently they can get crispier. Fried seahorse on a stick is exactly what it sounds like. A small skewer with a few seahorses lined up. The fishy snack often appears in Chinese markets and is said to have a salty, squid-like consistency. Word of caution though, seahorses have spiny textures that can poke your gums if you're not careful. And in traditional Chinese medicine, seahorses are believed to have various healing properties, like many of the bizarre delicacies you'll find here. Are you brave enough to snack on a creature that's more commonly admired in an aquarium? Hold on to your seats, or your groins, folks, because chicken testicles are indeed a real menu item in Hong Kong and other parts of China. Typically about the size of a plump bean, they're served boiled or fried, often bobbing around in a broth with noodles or rice. The texture is said to be soft and squishy on the inside, a delicate bubble of something. Look, if you're an adventurous eater, this might be right up your alley. For the squeamish among us, it might take a shot or two of something strong before you even dip your spoon in. Frog is another staple in certain parts of China's culinary world, especially bullfrogs. Restaurants serving frog hot pot, frog stir-fry, or frog soup have become increasingly popular. The meat is tender mild and usually takes on the flavor of whatever sauce or spice it's cooked in, like a cross between chicken and fish, again with the chicken. Chili and Sichuan pepper-laden frog dishes are especially sought after. So if you prefer your amphibians with a spicy punch, China's got your back. Do you think you could handle a frog leg or two? Just when you thought you'd seen it all in the realm of poultry, along come duck tongues. Served up stir-fried, braised, or marinated, they're a delicacy prized for their chewy texture and mild flavor. Most restaurants that serve roast duck or Peking duck might also offer tongues as a side dish or snack. Feeling adventurous? Give one a nibble and see if it quacks back. Spoiler alert, it won't, but it might leave you thinking about how many tongues a single duck has, which is just one. So you're effectively munching on a big bag of multiple ducks' tongues. Let that sink in. While some of us might cringe at the sight of a rat scurrying around our kitchen, certain places in China consider rodent dishes, particularly rats from the countryside, to be a hot commodity. It's said that in Guangdong province, they'll eat just about anything that moves. Vendors from neighboring regions sometimes collect live rats in bulk to sell them to eager city dwellers. Whether stir-fried, grilled, or turned into a stew, rats make an appearance in some regional cuisines. And while it's definitely not mainstream across all of China, it's enough of a delicacy that you might stumble upon it if you go looking. Dare to try? You've heard of seaweed salad, but how about jellyfish salad? Often served, cold shredded jellyfish has a slippery, crunchy texture. Yes, it's possible for something to be both slippery and crunchy, and is usually marinated in sesame oil, vinegar, and chili sauce. It's popular as an appetizer in Chinese banquets. If you're squeamish about jellyfish at the beach, just imagine them on your plate. But fear not, the stingers are removed so you won't get zapped while you're chewing. Definitely an intriguing twist on your usual greens. Crispy, chewy, and oh-so gelatinous pig ears are commonly thinly sliced and served as a cold appetizer or tossed in a spicy dressing. If you're at a Sichuan restaurant, you might encounter a plate of chilled pig ears coated in chili oil, sesame seeds, and a sprinkle of peanuts. The cartilage gives them that characteristic crunch, and the spicy sauce keeps you coming back for more, if you can handle the texture. Pig ears are also used in various Chinese regional dishes, so don't be surprised if they pop up in a stir-fry near you. For those who thought stinky tofu was the smelliest thing around, let's introduce you to fermented fish, sometimes called chu yu in Mandarin, which literally translates to smelly fish. This pungent delicacy is salted, fermented, and aged until it develops an overpowering aroma. Some describe the taste as an intense umami bomb with a fishy punch. Others describe it with expletives I can't mention here. But if you're a fan of strong cheeses, maybe you'll appreciate the nose-pinching flavor. Pair it with a bowl of rice, and you might just survive the experience. Cute? Possibly. Tasty? Some folks say yes. Bamboo rats are rodents that live in, you guessed it, bamboo forests. In certain southern regions, they're considered a local specialty. The meat is said to be tender and mild, not unlike rabbit. They might be roasted, braised, or stir-fried with spices. Before you recoil in horror, consider that many cultures around the world eat rodents, like guinea pigs in parts of South America. So maybe bamboo rat is just another variation. Then again, maybe it's the stuff of your nightmares. Either way, it's on the menu in some pockets of China. This one's more of a beverage, but it's still bizarre. Civet coffee. You may have heard of kopi luwak from Indonesia, where coffee beans pass through a civet's digestive system and are then collected, yes, from their poop, cleaned, roasted, and brewed into one of the most expensive coffees in the world. Well, guess what? China has its own version using native civets. While it's a bit of a controversial practice, animal welfare concerns, authenticity, etc., some connoisseurs swear by the unique flavor. If you're an extreme coffee lover with a strong stomach, maybe civet coffee is your next must-try cup of joe. Despite its name, squirrelfish doesn't involve squirrels at all. It's a popular dish in Suzhou and surrounding areas where a whole fish, usually a freshwater fish like a carp, is carefully carved so that when deep-fried it fans out to look like a squirrel's bushy tail. Then it's topped with a sweet and sour sauce. It's a feast for the eyes as well as the tongue, crispy on the outside, tender on the inside with that tangy sauce drizzled over. Not as shocking as some other dishes on this list, but definitely unusual in name and presentation. Creepy? Absolutely. Crawly? You bet. Cockroaches might be the last thing on your dinner wish list, but in parts of China they've become a legit business. Some folks breed them by the millions, scooping them up for medicinal use cosmetics, and yes, food. Cockroach farms imagine that. The roaches apparently grow to the size of a small dart, which can be deep-fried, stir-fried, or even ground into powder for an extra protein boost. Want to freak out your friends? Serve them some crispy cockroach canapes, although if you do, be prepared for the potential backlash and maybe an empty guest list for your next dinner party. Bon appetit! Next on the list is the dangerous but oh so prized puffer fish. It's not just a Japanese delicacy anymore. China's fish farms have perfected breeding techniques to, they claim, remove the poisonous factor. Once banned for being lethal, if not prepared correctly, puffer fish has made a big splash on Chinese menus, rivaling the popular spicy crayfish. Rumor has it the texture is flaky and delicate with a mild sweet flavor. Definitely a far cry from what you'd expect from something that can kill you if the chef slips up. So if you see puffer fish on a Chinese menu these days, it's supposedly safe to eat. Supposedly. Feeling brave? We can't talk about unusual Chinese dishes without mentioning the dog meat controversy. While many Chinese people do not eat dog, and many strongly oppose it, there are still some regions and festivals, like the infamous Yulin Dog Meat Festival, where it's consumed. This is a highly polarizing topic, and in modern China, many people campaign against the practice. For our list's sake, we acknowledge that it exists, though it's definitely not mainstream or accepted by everyone. In some areas, particularly rural regions, dog meat might still be found in local markets or street vendors. The city of Yulin is renowned for its annual event, the Yulin Lychee and Dog Meat Festival, initiated around 2009 or 2010 by local dog meat traders to boost sales. During this festival, vendors sell dog meat dishes, often accompanied by lychees and liquor. The event has attracted significant international criticism and protests from animal rights activists. Whether you view it as an ancient tradition, animal cruelty, or a personal choice is a matter of perspective. But it's undeniably one of the most controversial foods on this list. Now this one is more of a hypothetical or dystopian scenario that some people have speculated about online: human meat. The idea is that if there were ever a catastrophic meat shortage, extreme solutions might be considered. People imagine ethically harvested human flesh packaged and sold in a future society where we're truly desperate. But let's be clear, actual cannibalism is not a recognized or condoned practice in China. However, certain avant-garde Chinese chefs and artists have created shock factor dishes made from pork tofu or chicken sculpted to look like human body parts. It's an artistic statement more than anything, meant to push boundaries, not to actually serve your next-door neighbor on a platter. Let's hope it stays that way. Still with me? Take a deep breath. If you can handle this, you can handle anything. Finally, let's round out our mega list with a little something bloody. Pig's blood cake or blood tofu is commonly found in China and Taiwan, often cut into cubes and used in soups or hot pots. Congealed pig's blood is mixed with rice or starch, giving it a firm pudding-like texture. It might sound ghastly, but it's a staple in many markets. The taste is mildly metallic, like you'd expect from blood, but also savory and satisfying for those accustomed to it. If you've tried blood sausages in Europe, this might not be too big of a leap. What's the weirdest food you'd be willing to try? Do you think some of these unusual dishes could become popular worldwide? Let us know in the comments below. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comments section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take good care of yourself.